Oh, I also need to know how I can see people's question if they're asking online, but you can show me later. I don't think they have questions yet.
Well, typically, but like, so we are actually live now. So,
okay. Oh, I can see the question from your computer, right?
exactly. Typically, I will just
okay.
ask them on
Okay.
people's behalf.
Okay, cool. You want to be here so people can see you?
Yeah, I just want to real quick say hello to everybody. Hi, good evening. Thank you for joining today. I think I see a bunch of new faces. So, welcome to all the people that have been here already, and welcome to all the people that are here for the first time. My name is Julia, and for everybody who doesn't know me or us, the PyLadies, we are the PyLadies Amsterdam, the official chapter of the PyLadies global organization, and we are on a mission to give a voice to women tech, to underrepresented groups in tech, to enable people to give cool and interesting workshops and talks. Today, we're going to have a very cool workshop about AI agents and how to build one. I think that's, of course, a very, very hot topic these days, and I hope everybody will get something nice out of it and will enjoy it and will learn something very practical today. All right. Well, then I wish you all a lot of fun today, and at home as well, of course. Thank you for joining from home as well. Thanks.
Thank you. And also I want to thank, of course, JetBrains to provide this amazing space, and a lot of my colleagues who are helping out here, especially the audio video things. Like, I'm not very good at it, but they figure it out, which is very good. Thank you. Okay, so first of all, if you're expecting a lot of presentation or showing you how to code, unfortunately, this is not that type of workshop. It is more like a workshop that is more interactive, actually. So for those of you who are sitting in the room, you're lucky because it's easier for the interaction. But if you're online, if you have questions, do ask, and because Julia promised that she will redirect the question. So first of all, another clarification today, for this building of the agent today, we are not using LangChain. I think some people will be like, oh, what about LangChain? No, this is not a workshop for that. This is more like kind of, you can understand how an AI agent kind of interact with an LLM kind of workshop. So the application we're doing today would be relatively simple. It's more like for your learning experience. It's not meant to be for production. And also what we are building today, it's not depending on me, it's depending on you, because if you go to this page, which I think the link to the repo for the one for PyLadies is already in the event page. So if you want to access this page, you can just go to click on that link. Or, I mean, the original copy is there, but this is a better version because it has been proofread. So the original one we have typos. So yeah. So yeah, if you go to this page, it's basically, it's like a guidance of how you can build an agent. It kind of explain what are the different kind of part of an agent. So you get a better understanding when we started. But again, this is more like a very interactive workshop. You're going to build your own thing. I'm not going to tell you what to build. And you're also encouraged to work with someone. If you're in the room, you can, if you're like, oh, my computer is almost out of battery, find your friend sitting next to you, or find someone in the room who, you can work together. But if you're really, really desperate for charging, I think we have a charging point over there and a charging point over there. So if you're desperate, you can do that, or you can just share it with someone. It's easier. So, the difference between an AI model and an AI agent, who knows what's the difference?
Hey.
Yes.
Hey. Autonomy.
Have some autonomy. But what if I ask ChatGPT some question and ChatGPT have some autonomy to answer my question? So what's the difference? Yeah.
It will go to the internet if it needs to.
Okay, let's think in a little bit about that. And Bruno?
Yeah, there's also, it can act on the world and not just like think internally.
Agent can interact with the world. Okay, so it can take action, I guess. Yes. So let's get everybody on the same page. So what we're referring as a AI model here is that it is simply taking an input and then will give you an output. So for example, if I have an LLM, right, like let's say ChatGPT, I would be giving it a prompt and it will give me an output, which is the response. So that is very straightforward, very simple. So kind of like a unique kind of thing. It's just like one model there, and we just give you some prediction or outcome. For AI agent, it can be more complicated. It can have more parts that it will, like Bruno said, it will take action. It will interact with the environment. Maybe it will help you to, press a button or submit a form, or or like this gentleman. Sorry, I don't know your name. Thomas said that it will Sorry, I just you go to the internet and find the information. Yeah, like so it seems like AI agent is doing more than what an AI model is. However, as an AI agent, the difference between just a computer application is that it have an AI part in it. So there will be a AI model, which again, like it goes to the rabbit hole of defining what is AI. But I guess we generally have understanding of what is AI. A lot of LLM are AI, a lot of generative model. Sometimes you want to generate maybe a video or generate page. That's also AI. So let's not dive into that, and let's just so the AI agent will use some kind of AI model in its application, and it can do stuff. It can do tasks. So very importantly, depending on what task you want to achieve, you better choose a AI model that is suited for that task. These days, LLM seems like kind of very close to something that people call AGI, which is a term that use like an AI model that can do everything. Because like, oh, what if if we keep training ChatGPT, can ChatGPT do everything and answer all the questions in the world and everything, right? Like, so that's kind of the idea of having an AGI, is to kind of train an AI model until it become a know-all kind of model. Are we achieving that? Let's not discuss that again. Like it opens another kind of worm. So let's just think of what AI model can achieve your result. So I would say that a lot of time LLM kind of is very convenient, because some people now use LLM as a search engine. So for those of you who we have a lot of experience with the internet, we know that the internet can do a lot of things. So seems like LLM is a very good choice to as an AI model to build an AI agent. But of course, if you want to an agent that need a lot of, let's say, image generation, you may have to also involve a AI model that can generate image. So that's the first thing you have to think about. And also among the different LLMs, there may be some LLM that is better to do your task, or you may want to refine an LLM that is more suited to do your task. Let's say you want to have agents that maybe they know a lot of internal documents in your company, and they can kind of like someone in the company, like your colleague, but they know everything in the company, and you can ask that questions. So maybe you want to train an LLM specifically for all the documents that you have in your company. So that can be an option as well, but that's not what we're going today, because as you know, fine-tuning an LLM needs a lot of time and resources. I don't think we are going to be able to do that today. With our laptop that we already kind of drain half of the battery at work, and no, not today. But you can try it, at another time if you want to. I have written a blog post how to fine-tune an LLM on the PyCharm blog. If you want to, you can go to see that blog post. That will also maybe give you some idea of what you want to do with your LLM. So let's assume that we have a LLM that we want to use. and it's very convenient. It's sitting in Hugging Face and it's open source. So a Hugging Face provides a transformer, which is very useful tool for you to use an LLM for these purpose. However, there's even more convenience format of files that you can use on Hugging Face that you could use a local LLM. I know nowadays some people, they may use Ollama, which is also fine. Ollama also provide a lot of open source LLM that you could do. You can host locally and use that LLM. However, as an example, I am using Llama file, which I get from Hugging Face. Again, like, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to give you guidance. If you want to use Ollama, feel free to do it. But I won't have any example to show you here because I don't have much experience with Ollama yet. I mainly use Hugging Face myself. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, like, these are all the points that you have to think. Either like if you're the pen and paper person, feel free to write down what you think, and maybe when you're designing the agent, you can already start like jotting some notes down. Or if you're like me, you like your idea come out when you're talking with someone, then have some group discussion. I will give you time to do that afterwards, after this brief introduction. So AI agent. So like I said, of course we need to have a LLM running. So again, like do what you need to do. You can do what I suggest in exercise 1. Get a Llama file. That's very convenient in my opinion. Or if you already have your favorite method of running a local LLM, please do. Right, and then after that, you have to think of what your AI agent would do. What tasks you want your AI agent to complete? Do you want to have an AI agent that would, that can, so the sky is the limit. Think of what the AI agent can do, right? Like maybe can give you a fun itinerary for a weekend trip to, I don't know, to Spain, because, I think in UK and in here, it rains a lot in this time of the year. You may want to go to Spain or go to Italy. Then yeah, like maybe AI agent that is like a travel planning, could be, or an AI agent that can play tic-tac-toe with you or whatever. Just think of what you want the AI agent want to do. And then we need to think about what tool the AI agent needs. So again, like the difference between let's say a LLM, let's say ChatGPT, and your agent is that the agent can take an action, right? So for example, your travel agent, your travel AI help you to book the flight, right? Or help you to book the hotel, and it would just, maybe it don't have your card detail, but it would just like maybe find all the hotel suggestions from, I don't know, booking.com maybe. And then, it's very easy and simple for you to book the trip. Or if it's a game agents that can play tic-tac-toe with you, then maybe the agent know how to, interact with you. Like maybe you need to also build a user interface that, you can put the, where you want to put the cross, where you want to put the, those like the agent need to take action to put down the next move, right? Or, a chess playing AI agent can also, know how to visually express what move it's going to take. So it can take some action. So those are the tools that an AI agent will have access to. So for example, it may need to connect to an API of booking.com to get you all the hotel bookings, right? Or you need to, again, like be able to interact with your user interface if it's playing a game with you. So those are the tools that the AI agent has, so it can take action to interact with the real world, which is you. So that's different from ChatGPT, which ChatGPT can only tell you like, hey, maybe you can go to the hotel booking site like booking.com to book this hotel. It can only give you the response and suggestion as a text. It can't just, prompt you to, oh, book this hotel. It doesn't have the tool because it doesn't connect to the API of the booking site. So it can't do that. So that's the difference between your agent and ChatGPT. So that's why the tools are very important for AI agent. And you need to think of what tool you want to give to your agent. So that also require lots of planning. So I would suggest, again, like in this part, write it down, or like, write some notes so you can research on like, oh, can I get this booking.com API? Is it available for me to use, or do I need to have a credential to book anything? So like those things you have to also think about, right? Or maybe you'll be like, oh, I can't use a direct API, or maybe show me the link of all the searches or something like that. So you may have to change the design a little bit as well, depending on the limitation that you have. MCP server, I'm not going to dive into it because I am still not sure if MCP is going to be, I know it's super popular right now, but I'm not sure MCP is still a good idea to integrate with an agent, because somehow like some studies say that like MCP is using a lot of resources that is not necessary. So yeah, but the basic idea of an MCP server is that it will provide extra tools for the agent to use. If you build an AI agent that would accept an MCP server, means that it is expandable. It can have more tools for it to use. But again, like we are doing it as a learning experiment exercise. We are not going to make things complicated. So, just know that, okay, if we want to, we can add MCP, but let's not do it now. User interface, again, like sometimes your agent need to have a interface. You may still need to get a prompt from the user, right? Because, unless you tell the agent that I want to go to holiday in Spain, the agent doesn't know what they want to give you. So this is the simplest could be just like a text, just like at the LLM, you can just give a prompt. That's most straightforward, but sometimes the user interface may make more sense. So for example, like if you're playing a game with a MCP, then like maybe sometimes it's not text-based. You may need to have a user interface. So I think I will stop here now because I want to give you time to digest what I just said, and also now spend some time to think about what agent you want to try building, what LLM you want to use. You may want to go to Hugging Face to shop for some open source agent. I have I think I have some exercise one here. So yeah, here this is the MD file that actually can so it's kind of like a, I don't know, a guide to like, get a Llama file that's working, and also is compatible with the OpenAI SDK, so you can use it in Python. So yeah, like get the LLM running and then design your agent, and then next part we'll look at how to connect everything together. Okay, everybody looks so lost. Yeah, okay, again, like time to ask questions and work in groups if you want to. And if you're online, you have questions, please type. And if you're here in Amsterdam, there are also like, pizzas is still available. Feel free to leave the room and get some refreshments if you want to. And yeah,
You can run a balcony.
cool.
Download make
No. Yeah, well. Hello? Yeah, hello. It's about 3 to 8 in smartphones. So the good base start from the Thank you. I think I'm good. What do we need? So. I will share it in the chat, you know?
Mhm.
No, this is the answer.
Hello, hello. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Oh, hello. Okay. We are back, and I assume that you have a very good discussion about AI agent and also what you want to build, because maybe at the end, if you want to present what you are planning to build or what you have already done today, then yeah, we will open the floor. It's kind of like a lightning talk session at the end. So yeah, so yeah, don't just like chat and make sure you get some ideas in. So right. So I hope you already have an idea. If not, you can keep on working on it afterward, but let's move on. So let's go back to this page if I can. Oh, why is it not going? Okay. Okay, cool. So right. So after you have designed the agent, we have to build the agent. So if you tear apart an AI agent, actually, it's quite straightforward because there are like two parts. Of course, there's a part that's the LLM. That's why we're doing it in exercise 1. We need to pick an LLM that is suitable for us. So that's the first part that you have a LLM client that's running. And the next part are the tools that are available. So for the tools, it's a good idea to put them. So first of all, so for example, let me give you an example of the tool. So is here. So okay, so there are some code here, which is the agent that I have built. You don't have to do the same thing, but it's just like give you an idea of what it is doing. So so if I go to find the tool, sorry, this code is a bit old. So if I'm a bit rusty, that's probably the reason. Okay. So for example, I have a tool that is basically a function. So it's searching the movies from iTunes. So this is basically just an API call to the iTunes. So you can see it's just an API call to this URL. And this is one tool for your agent. So you would have to write a lot of these tool as a function or method if you wrap it in a class for your agent. So that's why in the previous exercise, I want you to think of what tool your agent would need. So for example, again, like the booking the holiday, I really want a holiday. Okay, booking holiday. So you may need to have a call, either API call or a search, or the URL search things with the parameters to get the keywords that are the inputs of this tool, right? So that's one of the example of the tool. Or again, like if it's a game, maybe the tool is to like visualize the next move. So that's the tool that for the agent. So or maybe you have to list down all the moves that the agent are allowed to do, like so maybe like, or maybe the tool is to first of all analyze the board or something, right? Like there are all these tools that you need to put in a toolbox for your agent. Why? Because this is how an agent works, is that after you have collect all these tools, you have to have a description of all these tools in a text format. So you can tell the LLM that like these are the things you could do. So for example, if I can find it here, sorry, again, like it's a bit code a bit old. I don't remember everything. So let's see if I can find it. There should be a system prompt somewhere. So so this is a system prompt, but it's not the tool system prompt that I was looking for. Is it this one? No, this is the tool. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Logics. Yeah, maybe you can search it in your laptop. It's so faster. Okay. So also these are the system prompts to like tell what goal you want your AI agent to achieve. So a lot of these are actually system prompts. It's like how you kind of set the behavior of the LLM so that it can give you something back. So let's see, your helpful movie, something, okay, then. So that's why at the beginning you have to, yeah, command you can use, okay, oh no, this is the command, this is for user, this is not for the LLM. So, okay, from memory, I can tell you. So basically at the beginning, when you talk to an LLM, you have to first tell the LLM what goal they have, right? So you are a travel booking agent, or you are a chess champion, something like that. You know, give them a role or what goal they are trying to achieve, what role they are playing, and then the next will be what tools they have. So the next next sentence or next paragraph in the system prompts will be, these are the tools that are available to you. So you have to list out all the tools. So for example, for the iTunes search, right, you have to tell the LLM, like, you now have a tool to do the iTunes search. And for the search, you can have keywords and maybe the range of the year or something. So you basically have to tell the LLM how to use that function. So it's basically like a documentation for that function of the tool, to tell the agents that they can do this. So this is one of the tools, but you have a lot of them, so you list all of them. And then next is, I want you to give me the action you want to take in this format. So it could be a JSON format. Some people like parsing JSON. You can do that, or you can have another format, a list or whatever. But list is not very good because you would have the, the input for the, let's say the iTunes search, you have the input, right? So where can the input sit, right? So you need to think of format, again, like JSON is very common, but also maybe like you want to use Tomo, YAML, whatever, or other format that you can define your own format, but you just need to tell LLM in a system prompt. Okay. So yeah. So a lot of these actually to build the agent is to put all these things together, put the tool and the LLM together by using a lot of these system prompts to set the scene. And then after that, you can give the input prompt to the agent. And an agent, hopefully, if the agent is working, so the LLM will give you back the response or the action plan or what the agent want you to do, the LLM what they want the agent to do in the formats that you specified. Then after that, you can take that action plan and act it out with your code. So that's how, basically, like, it's you can imagine the agent and all the code you build here are the arms and legs of the agent, and LLM is the brain of the agent. Does that make sense? I see some nodding, which is good. Okay, but I know it's a lot of information dump, but if you are very confused, then maybe go to have a look at, oh, there's also the MD file that basically explain what I just said. I hope. Okay, so yeah, it explains kind of this code, what is it doing? So have a read of the exercise 2. There is an example agent here. Have a look at the code, study it. So of how you want to build your agent. Limit, I think it's unlikely that people can successfully build an agent unless you are like, building something very, very simple. So don't worry if you can't finish the agent today. It's just, again, like, give you some guidance, some fruitful thoughts of what you can do. And in your spare time, maybe during Christmas, you're like, okay, I'm to from the amazing food and my family members, sometimes too much, so you can build an AI agent to maybe, like, find some good Christmas movie to watch together or something like that, yeah, so it could be something you could do on this as a side project, but at the same time you can learn how AI agent work. So far, any questions? How much time do we have left?
About 33 minutes.
Okay, 33 minutes, work on it. I think the last 5 or 10 minutes, we can have people, if you want to present what idea you have to build an agents, then please share, because I suck at coming up with examples. I have all these agents that basically just satisfy my desire of wanting to go holiday and play games. So yeah, tell me your use case. And yeah, so I think that's what we can do at the end.
So what does this agent which you have here
Yes, this is
supposed to do?
Yes, this is a recommendation agent. So
Yeah.
I can just be like, hey, I feel like watching some Disney movies.
Yeah.
Or you can be more specific, like, hey, I feel like watching some classic Disney movie, not those like recent, action, live action crap. Then it will search some classic Disney movies in the 90s and 2000s for me, maybe. Hopefully. But I think last time I ran, it's not running that well because, it need a lot of polishing. Again, like it's not that easy. There's a lot of trial and error you need to do, because also depending on the ARM that you use, you may have different ways of passing the result or different ways to communicate with it. So, or sometimes you just have to like scrap it and use another ARM for it. So yeah. Okay, this takes some time to start up. Okay. Are you excited to share your ideas? Okay, now you're like, oh no. Okay, who have an idea? You are welcome to come here again. Like we have safe space. You are just presenting your idea. Even if you don't have code, I know it's a very short time today. You may not have time to code, but if you have any idea like what an agent you want to build, if you can explain also like what tool you may use is even better. Then yeah, come in. It's your lightning talk time. No slides, just talking. Okay, we have Una. Yay! Okay, woo.
No, it's actually really quickly. It's not an idea, it's a working tool currently, but it went through a lot of iterations. So, okay, I have a LinkedIn profile. On LinkedIn profile, I have a message box, inbox, and somehow I don't know what's happening, or like what's happening with the stars or whatever, with the moon system and solar system. I get a lot of messages per day. So sometimes like a very, very huge amount of messages. And at the same time, I don't want to lose important messages from the people from whom I expect to get messages. So you can do it like in a very manual way. You can somehow find a way how to flag the users you prefer to get messages from, and the rest just ignore. Or you need to do something with that. So I think approximately 2 years ago, I started playing around with this idea, what I can do, that I just need basically first like a quick summary, then try to do some, like entity extraction from the text to see what are the main like topic of this message, whether it's, let's say the HR person reaching out to, whether it's the offer of services, whether it's some sexual harassment, which also happens from time to time, whether it's something different, or the message of the person I'm expecting to get. So first it was, something built literally from sheet and sticks. Then the challenges where you find the proper prompts, you write it for specific type of the model, specific version of the model, and that this specific version of the model get deprecated. So it's not available anymore. There is a release of the new one, but somehow it's not backward compatible. So it breaks your prompt. So then you need to adjust your prompt again. And I also was playing around with different, again, like the way how I'm going to evaluate it. How do I know that it's not missing the very important messages? For your understanding, we are talking about somewhere between 100 to 200 messages per day. That's, let's say, my regular flow. So a lot of playing around, a lot of trial and error to figure out how to evaluate the processes, and also to see what's new on the market. Can I replace it to run it faster, cheaper, let's say, more clear with better tracing, because that's I also find very, very difficult. Sometimes the logs are very hard to read, and you don't know exactly on which moment it failed and which action led to which outcome, basically. Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. Anyway, come on. Anyone else next?
Who has an idea to share? Okay, come here. You have to stand in front of the camera. You have to come here.
Hi. So it's actually two ideas, but it's kind of the same thing, which is essentially to find people so that I can contact them with an idea, a pitch. So the first part of it is to find jobs, specifically freelance jobs, or companies, and then create a pitch based on specific services that I want to offer to the company, based on like the type of company that it is and what has been said about them in the news recently, or what they have posted on LinkedIn or something like that, that can personalize the pitch to whatever it is that they need. And then the second side of it is also to find people, but it's for a book. So trying to find a specific kind of book agent that is, so there are websites where book agents can do a call for manuscripts, and you can see what genres they're interested in. So they also list that out, and other books that they have, authors that they have represented, and what books they have written, and have them and have had published. So based on a specific set of criteria, scan through all of those lists and give me a list of agents that will probably work best with me based on the kinds of authors they've worked with before, the kinds of books that they're interested in publishing or in representing people for now. So yeah, it's basically finding information about people and then personalizing a pitch to them.
I think I need to contact you when I want to publish a book. You can help me to find an agent. Okay, anyone else? Yes, okay. You have to stand in front of the video camera so everyone can see you.
Hi, I'm Thomas. We have a system that about 10,000 users are using internally. And we see that we have different users. We have data analysts, we have people who work in shops, we have people from more management level, and they approach our LLM agent in a very different way. So what we've been doing is that we are kind of personalizing the experience, and which is quite easy because people need to authenticate and log in, and then we see the history, what they've been asking. And anytime you talk to our agent, we look at your history, summarize it, get an idea what kind of person you are. And then we have the tone of voice, and also the subjects the person, for instance, is interested in. So if, for instance, someone always asking about Amsterdam and Netherlands, it wouldn't make sense to go any further. So the chatbot will always almost assume that, oh, you want to know about Amsterdam or whatever this person wants to. So this could be an idea for personalization of agents.
Yeah, I love personalization. That's like very good. Okay. If not, do we have one more? Oh, okay. Okay, if we don't have more, then we probably it's the time for the announcement. Yay.
Thank you. Hi again, everybody. Well, first off, I hope everybody had a bit of fun today. Everybody was able to learn something, even if maybe not a full agent came out of the workshop today. I think this was a great foundation to build. Like a lot of really, really nice things and really cool ideas that people have today. Yeah, I wanted to make a few quick announcements for the upcoming PyLadies events. So I think the next thing on the agenda for the PyLadies Amsterdam is going to be PyLadiesCon at the beginning of December, 5th, 6th, and 7th of December. It's a multi-day event in multiple time zones and multiple languages. It's going to be online with a lot of very interesting workshops as well, but also panel discussions in different languages, different topics. I think it's going to be also focused around AI and machine learning and data analytics, but everything Python, of course. Then another exciting event, but not quite in Amsterdam and not quite by PyLadies, is going to be PyData Eindhoven, which is bloody. Now I lost the date. There we go, 6th of December in Eindhoven, High Tech Campus Eindhoven, going to be focused on AI and machine learning and sports analytics. So if 9th of December, scratch what I said before, 9th of December. Yeah, sports analytics. So if you're into sports, check it out. If not, still check it out. I think it's going to be very interesting. And then last one from our side, or what we can currently already say, is going to be in January. Since it's a little bit early for that, we can't go too much into detail there, but we can already give the sneak peek that it's going to be about robotics, which I think is very cool. I never worked with robotics before, but who doesn't want to work with robotics? Like, as a cool topic, isn't it? Yeah, that's it from our side. Thank you all for joining today. And yeah, let's have some more fun networking. Maybe there's some pizza left and some drinks. Yes. Thank you, everybody. Bye, everybody at home as well. Thanks for joining.
Una, come here.
You get one more person.
No.
Oh, we need to turn around. Okay, we need to turn around 1 second.
People want to say bye.
Bye. Oh, bye. Okay. Oh, can I stop? Okay, my computer is going to.